Hello guys, this is Shar. Welcome back to the channel. Now look, this video is about Quincy Brown, or some know him as Quincy Combs. Now, allegedly, Diddy adopted Quincy years ago, back when he was a little boy, because you know that Kim Porter got with Diddy when Quincy was just like 5 or 6 years old, maybe even younger, who knows. But yeah, he was a little boy. But it turns out, as years went on, that Quincy has a dad. I'll be sure. Like he's I haven't heard any different, but I believe he's an active dad. Now, he may not have been as close with him because obviously they live apart. He lives with his mom, and I'll be sure lives in another home somewhere else. But they may not have had the 100% closeness, but he has a dad. He knew who his dad was, and may have spent time with his dad here and there over the years. It wasn't like the man was just completely and totally estranged from the kid. Now, if it was, that has never come out. Like, Kim Porter has never said that. Quincy has never said, I've never seen or talked to my dad in years and years and years. I'll be sure has never said that. Diddy himself has never even said that. So, now when you look back, it seems strange that Kim would agree to allow Diddy to adopt him when he had a dad. So now, knowing what we know about Diddy, how he bullies people and armstrongs people to do things that he wants them to do, now it makes more sense. It makes more sense. She probably wasn't even fully in agreement to Diddy adopting him, probably. Or maybe she was. We don't know either way. But again, now that we see that Quincy has an active dad that's alive and well, he's not signing over his rights. He never signed over his rights to Diddy or anything like that. So, why would he agree to allow this man to adopt him? So, yeah, in my opinion, that was probably something that Kim didn't even want to do either. But I'm doing this video about Quincy because I kept saying, where is Quincy? Where is Quincy? Where is Quincy? When Diddy did pull his head up for a hot minute trying to get back out there, because he thought things were going to die down. Boy, was he wrong. But, after the last, 2-3 women that came out with allegations and their complaints, it kind of went a little quiet for Diddy for a hot minute. This was before the Lil Rod allegations. So in that little time span, a month or so, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, wasn't long. It wasn't very long, but it went dormant for him a little bit. And in that little time, he thought he was going to try to pop back out and, kind of gradually get back out there in the limelight, because he's thinking probably that, people are going to start forgetting. Big mistake. But in those times, he was popping out. He was caught coming out of a restaurant with him and his 2 sons, Justin and Christian. Then he was out and about some other place with the same two sons. And then we see, footage of Diddy taking the girls to go see, it was Kanye West, but I'm quite sure he was taking his daughters to see Northwest. She's on tour with her dad solely to perform her song that her dad wrote, produced, created for her. And I'm quite sure that's why he was taking the daughters out there to see Kanye West, because it doesn't seem like Kanye's audience is of that age, like his daughters. I think Diddy's daughters are 16, 17? No, I don't think they're no older than 18 at this point. And I don't even think they're 18. I think they're like 16, 17 years old. They're probably about 17 years old. So yeah, I don't think that's Kanye's demographic. But I could be wrong. It could be some 17-year-old girls that love Kanye's music. But more than likely, he was taking them out to see Northwest perform her song. And, that's when I did see footage of Quincy being over at the house. This is obviously the Miami house because they went to the Miami Rolling Loud. So Quincy was at the house kicking it with his sisters. He loves his sisters. At this point, probably the closest thing to their mom, because the girls look just like their mom. So, and he's the older brother. So, you know how older brothers are. They always have a protection over their younger siblings, especially younger sisters. So, in a way that I don't see Christian doing. Like Christian, I'm quite sure would take up for his sisters and jump in if he felt like something was wrong. But by Quincy being older, he's the oldest out of all of them. I just feel like he has more of a nurturing type of relationship with the girls, which is a little different from Christian, if that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like Quincy wanted to get out on his own. I think he wanted some distance from, not necessarily the family, because like I said, he loves his sisters. Lightweight deep down, I'm sure he loves his brother, Christian. But, like it or love it, I believe he sees that his brother is going in a different direction, Not to say that Christian is that bad. I just feel like Christian is really, really influenced by his dad and his other brother, his stepbrother, Justin, because they got different moms. And he's on that train, whereas Quincy doesn't want to be on that train. He doesn't want to be in that scene. It looks like Quincy is trying to explore his creativity. Like he has songs that's out, music that's out. If you check out his social media, I think the song is called Perfect in My Eyes or Perfect Eyes or something like that. I think it's called Perfect in My Eyes. But if you go to his social media, you'll hear it. It comes up a lot. It's not the greatest. He doesn't have the greatest voice, but neither did Al B. Sure, if I'm not mistaken. I think a combination of Al B. Sure's looks, his looks, the fact that he had curly hair, he had that light skin, soft hair thing going on. With a combination of him singing, I feel like that's what made him so popular with the women, but he didn't have the greatest voice. So same thing with Quincy. His voice is not as strong. However, it could get better probably with lessons, singing lessons or whatever, voice coaching. But nevertheless, he doesn't have the greatest, strongest voice. But paired with his looks and his little charisma, his personality, I think, he could have a decent career. It's a lot of artists that's out here that has almost no talent and have made a lot of money. So if his goal is just to make a lot of money or something, with the right training and the right movement, right songs, the right sound, the right marketing, he could. I believe he could. Now, because Diddy has such a hold on him, even though he is an adult, so he's not governed by Diddy any longer because he is an adult. He's in his 30s or 30 or something like that. But, Diddy still tends to try to hold people back because he's jealous. That's the only thing I can see. Like the reason why he's holding certain people back and putting monkey wrenches in people's opportunities is sheer jealousy. It's just because he knew the people in charge and had the opportunity to say whatever he wanted to say, to put a monkey wrench in these people's opportunities. It's sheer jealousy and evilness. If you recall, Quincy had an opportunity to be a part of the show Empire back when Empire was like really, really hot and popular. And for whatever reasons how that ended up not happening. It did not come to fruition for Quincy. And he auditioned. Lee Daniels liked him. All that. He was going to be a part of the show, a regular little fixture on the show. You know how they brought people on and they did XYZ amount of episodes. That's what kind of role Quincy was going to have, but it didn't happen. A lot of people say it's because of his stepdad. They said Diddy had something to do with that not happening because he's jealous. At this time, I believe Diddy was trying to test his waters in acting. You remember he did a couple of plays or something like that. Whatever. Who cares? So he figures, ain't nobody about to get further than me. And that's just a nasty, devilish, evil mentality this man has, which it was only a matter of time before things start crumbling for him. And now he's in the thick of it. So deal with it accordingly. I don't have not a sympathetic bone in my body for that man. I'm quite sure it's a lot of fabrication out there, but I'm quite sure a lot of it's true. Everybody not lying. And let's not forget, Cassie came out with her lawsuit November 15th, 2023, and he settled with the woman November 16th, 2023. Not even a good 24 hours later, he was like, here. Because he already know this girl got a lot of receipts on him. And, a bunch of allegations end up coming out about him anyway from a lot of other different people. So he didn't escape it. And I don't care what nobody said, because like his attorney said, it's not an omission of guilt when he paid so quickly. But it is, as far as I'm concerned. And so, but this is about Quincy. Quincy, I feel like, made a conscious effort to get far away from Diddy, because after Quincy got to a certain age, I believe Diddy started looking at him differently, if you know what I mean. We already know, now knowing what we already know that Diddy is a weirdo. He's an addict. He's a junkie. Okay, sounds ugly, but true. We know what he drinks. Some of the boys are drinking that, whatever that mess is, the lean, and Diddy is drinking the complete opposite of lean. It's the white stuff and whatever other mess in it that turns it pink. Okay, but the white stuff, that's really an upper. The white stuff is a stimulant, so it's an upper. That lean stuff, it's a downer, That's why a lot of the guys you see drinking it, they slow motion all the time. They slur talking, walking around slow, moving slow, because it has you, it's a downer. It has you in slow motion, whereas the white stuff has you hyped. So like I said, it's a complete opposite. But which is why, if you go back to certain clips, you always see Diddy dancing and doing them dumb little skits, just being an idiot, just being a complete disgrace. And now we see why, being high off that stuff, it make you act crazy and do stupid stuff. But yeah, so I feel like something inappropriate was either said or done. And when I say inappropriate, I don't mean an actual act happened. Because I feel like if something actually happened, Quincy wouldn't come around at all. Like, he may want to still obviously get the opportunity to see his sisters, but I don't think he would actually go to the house. And that's just my gut feeling, because I know me, if it were me and someone violated me in any kind of way, I know I don't want to go back around the person. And I definitely don't want to be up in the person's house. This is that person's home. Like, that feels to me like that's leverage over me. Like, I'm in the person that did something to me home. Like, they could do it again, or, they could capture me or whatever. That's just how my mind works. He's a guy, so it may not be as dramatic, but nevertheless, when you're violated, just human nature, you're not going to want to be in close proximity to that person any longer. So, like I say, he goes out to LA regularly to hang out with his sister and his brother, Christian. He loves him, but he's just like, he over here, I'm over here. I love my brother, but he over here, I'm over here. But he still goes to the home to hang out and visit. So because of that, I feel like nothing actually happened, but I feel like Quincy got the heck on just to ensure nothing happened. So I do have a little clip of Diddy being very, very weird and very inappropriate with Quincy. And you will see where Quincy was kind of going along with it, but he was still like being a little uncomfortable, a little bit. But he didn't want to be obvious that he was just so uncomfortable. That's what it looked like to me. But, I even have a son, and I would never really talk to my son in this way. I would never really approach him in this way. Because I would feel like there's inappropriate, and it could be taken inappropriately by the son or by whomever is listening. He has a dad, and, my son, his daddy ain't never said nothing like this to him in that way, in that tone. Because I believe his dad would feel like that's inappropriate, which is why he's never uttered any words like that to him. So now that we know what we know about Diddy, it seems very, very inappropriate. And in my opinion, this is why I feel like Quincy wanted to distance himself from Diddy. Now, he lives in New York. He's living in his mom's original apartment. This was her apartment, if I'm not mistaken, that she had, I guess, before she met Diddy and when she was just modeling on the catwalk with Kimora Lee Simmons and them. They were modeling together in New York, Milan, all that. And she was also working, moonlighting as a receptionist up at Uptown Records, again, which is where she met Diddy at. So this was her original home. This was her original apartment. I think they said that Diddy ended up buying this property. This man just, he likes to control people. He got so much money, he can buy everybody and buy things. She owned it. And then all of a sudden now he wanted to own it. Control. If he owns it, that means he got say over who, what, where, and why. But thankfully, luckily for Quincy, luckily for him, Diddy allowed him to move in it. Now, is it rent-free? Is he allowing him to live there rent-free? Probably, but who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. But that is the home that he lives in New York. It's probably a way for him to get back to his dad. Not his dad, but get back close with his mom. That's the home. At some point, he lived there with her as well as a young boy. So it brings a lot of memories to him, probably a lot of endearing memories of his mom in the beginning when it was just him and his mom, because it was just him for a while before she ended up having Christian and then the two twin girls. Delilah and Jesse James, I think their names are. So, yeah, I think something inappropriate was said and done. Who knows? It may have even been the clip that I'm showing that the camel broke, the stick that broke the camel's back. This might be why he said, you know what, I'm out. I'm distancing myself. I'm getting away from this man. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's looking at him in a different way. And when you see the video and hear how he's talking, see how he's talking, you'll see it too. So please stay on to look at this video. Look how Quincy is acting like he's uncomfortable. Like he's kind of like heeing it off, but he's uncomfortable. And I feel like he's just saving face just so it just doesn't really appear that he's uncomfortable, but he's uncomfortable. Quincy is not his real son. He's not his blood son. So if anything happened, it just can happen. It's not like incest or anything because they're not blood relatives, okay? And I hate to get down and dirty like that, but yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I think when I saw and heard this video, which led me to believe this is probably why Quincy tried to distance and has distanced himself from Diddy. And if you notice, Quincy is not mentioned in any of these suits, any of these complaints, none of it, because he's not a part of it. He doesn't hang out with them. He's not on that bandwagon. He's not on that train. He left that to Christian and Justin. Y'all want to do that? Have at it. But he over here. I'm over here. I'm doing this. I'm trying to explore my voice, my singing career, my acting career. You know, not that he's so much better than these two other young men, but hey, he definitely is more old. He's older. He's more mature. You know, he's trying to have common sense, wise up, and do the right thing. So it is what it is. You guys check out this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it screaming weird? It is. It's screaming weird. Check it out. Like the video, subscribe, hit your notifications, and until next time, bye.
Just looking at my beautiful son, boy. You's a beautiful black king. Thank Jesus, you just look. Woo! Man.
Thank you.
Man.
I appreciate it.
Man.
I bless. Love you. Thank you.
I mean, what you doing, man? You're getting what's going on, man?
Growing up, Pop.
You growing up? What's up? What you doing right now in life? Tell the people what you're doing.
Yes, I'm filming a TV series, Star, which comes to your TV screen soon, December 14th for a preview. Then in January we're gonna give y'all the full series. But be excited because
yeah, they're gonna be going crazy. We're gonna need more security, y'all.